lovely people, welcome to the art of teaching. Do you want your children or your students to do well at schools? Well, as a parent or as a teacher, there's nothing better to foster the love of learning and reading than doing storytelling. It works like magic. Today, I'm going to share some ideas on how to choose the perfect book for children and also some tips on how to keep them interested and engaged while you're doing the read aloud activity together with them. So, let's get to it.
If you're looking for the tutorial on how to do the storytelling, please check out my other video here or watch it after you're done watching this one. Storytelling is a great way to introduce children to the joys of reading, but it's important to choose the right book to keep them engaged. First, consider the age group you will be reading to. Choose a book that is appropriate for their reading level and interest. When picking a book, take a look at the illustrations. Children are naturally drawn to pictures, so a book with colorful and engaging illustration will help keep them interested. But here's the secret to make sure they're really interested. Let them pick their own books. Take them to the bookstore or the library and just let them explore and choose the book they want to read. As you read the story, use different voices and make the story come alive. This will help keep the children engaged and make the story much more fun for them. Here are some tips to keep children engaged during a storytelling session. First, encourage participation. You should ask questions throughout the story and encourage the children to answer your questions. This will help them stay focused and actively engage in the story. Tips number 2 is use props. Bring in props or puppets or toys to help bring the story to life. Children love to see the characters and scenes come to life right in front of them. Third, get them moving. Use movements into the story. For example, you can have the children act out different parts of the story or create a simple movement game that relates to the story. Tips number 4 is to use music and sound effects. Music and sound effects can help set the tone and atmosphere of the story. It can also help children to remember the story better. Tips number 5 is to make it interactive. Encourage children to predict what will happen next in the story or ask them to create their own ending. This will help them to become much more involved in the story and develop their imagination. And the last, you need to keep it short. Attention span of children is relatively short, so keep the storytelling session short and sweet. Around 15 to 20 minutes is ideal. After the story is over, don't be afraid to do a little role playing or have the children act out the story. This is a great way to help them understand and remember the story better. Finally, encourage the children to draw or to write about the story. This will help them process the story and remember it better.
Remember this: storytelling is a fun and interactive way to foster the love of reading and learning through a really fun and engaging activity. So, by choosing the right book, being engaged with them throughout the entire storytelling, and to discuss the book and doing things with them after your reading, will foster the love of reading and the lifelong love of learning. Alright folks, thanks so much for watching. If you find this video useful, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next week in the new video. Bye bye! Have a wonderful week!